Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay updated on all the latest coin news. In today's video, we're diving deep into a truly remarkable coin that might just be hiding in your collection, or one that you've never thought twice about. We're talking about the 1973 D mint mark Monticello Jefferson nickel. Now, I know what you might be thinking, a 1973 nickel? Is that really worth anything? Well, you might be shocked to find out that it could be worth a lot more than you expect. In fact, this coin has made headlines for its extremely rare versions, which can fetch prices as high as $1.4 million. Yes, you heard that right. But how is this possible for a coin that was minted in the 1970s? Stick around as we break down the factors that contribute to its value and uncover exactly why some of these nickels are worth such an astounding amount. Let's start by taking a quick look at the history of the 1973 D Jefferson nickel. This coin was part of the U.S. Mint's regular production run during the early 70s. The obverse features the famous portrait of President Thomas Jefferson, while the reverse showcases Monticello, Jefferson's home in Virginia. The 1973 D was minted at the Denver Mint, which is indicated by the D mint mark. Typically, this coin is found in circulation today in relatively common quantities. But here's where it gets interesting. The 1973 D nickel contains some rare errors and unique characteristics that can make it worth far more than face value. The main reason that certain 1973 D Jefferson nickels are fetching high prices is due to an extremely rare error that occurred during the minting process. You see, in certain batches of the 1973 D nickels, the die used to strike the coin was slightly damaged or misaligned. This caused striking errors that made these coins unique. One of the most notable errors is the D over D variety. In these nickels, the D mint mark was struck over another D mint mark, creating a double impression. While this might sound like a small error, it is extremely rare and highly sought after by collectors. Another potential error is the reverse die crack, which occurs when cracks form in the die during the minting process. These cracks can appear on the Monticello side of the coin, giving the coin a unique appearance that is much different from a standard 1973 D Jefferson nickel. Now, why exactly are these error coins worth so much? It all boils down to rarity. Coins with minting errors are prized by collectors, as they are essentially one-of-a-kind pieces of history. And when you consider that a coin like the 1973 D with these errors might be the only one in existence, it becomes clear why collectors are willing to pay big money for them. The most famous example of a rare 1973 D nickel sold for a staggering $1.4 million in a private auction. The coin in question had a perfect D over D mint mark error, along with other unusual characteristics. Because of its exceptional quality and rarity, it was able to command such an astronomical price. The fact that it is from such a recent year, the 1970s, makes it even more astonishing, as many people believe rare, high-value coins are only from older centuries. Apart from the rarity of the minting errors, the value of the 1973 D Jefferson nickel is also influenced by its demand among collectors. Coins with these specific errors are often highly sought after in the numismatic community, especially when they are in good condition or come with a complete provenance. The $1.4 million example wasn't just valuable because of the error itself but also because it was in extraordinary condition. It had been preserved and graded by experts, making it even more desirable. When coins are graded by reputable services like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, the grade plays a major role in determining its market value. For example, coins in perfect condition or with minimal wear, known as MS70 or PR70, are considered nearly flawless and thus far more valuable. So, how can you spot a valuable 1973 D nickel in your collection? Here's what to look for. Examine the D mint mark closely. A D over D mint mark error is one of the most significant mistakes, so if you spot a double strike, you may have a rare coin on your hands. Check the reverse side for any die cracks on Monticello. These can be very subtle but are key indicators of a rare coin. Coins in high-grade condition are much more valuable. Look for coins with minimal wear, no discoloration, and no signs of heavy circulation. Professional grading. To get a solid assessment of your coin's value, consider sending it to a professional grading service. They can provide an official grade that will help determine its worth on the market.so. There you have it. The 1973 Jefferson nickel may look like an ordinary coin at first glance, but with a rare error or two, it could be worth a small fortune. If you have one of these coins, or if you come across one at a local coin shop or in your change, make sure to take a closer look. Who knows, you could be holding on to a coin worth millions. 1988 P Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel, a coin that's making headlines in the numismatic world with an astonishing market value. So, let's get started. Now, at first glance, the 1988 P Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel might seem like a regular coin that you'd find in your pocket change. However, this particular nickel is far from ordinary. Minted at the Philadelphia Mint in 1988, it features Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, the iconic portrait of the third U.S. president, with his home, Monticello, featured on the reverse. The Monticello Jefferson nickel has a long history, but it's the 1988 version, with the P Mint mark, that's causing collectors to take notice, and not for the usual reasons. So, what sets the 1988 P Monticello Jefferson nickel apart from others in its series? It's all about rarity and condition. While most Jefferson nickels from this era are relatively easy to come by, certain coins, especially those in pristine, uncirculated condition, can be worth a small fortune. Now, this particular coin was struck with very high quality in mind, which is why collectors are on the hunt for well-preserved pieces. Coins that were properly stored and show minimal signs of wear can command significantly higher prices in the marketplace. Okay, now let's talk about the real shocker, the market value of the 1988 P Monticello Jefferson nickel. While most of these nickels are worth their face value of just 5 cents, there are specimens out there that have been valued in the range of $1.7 million. How is that even possible? Well, it comes down to a few factors: scarcity, demand, and condition. In rare cases, a 1988 P Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel in perfect, gem-quality condition can fetch prices that are out of this world. These coins are often sought after by serious collectors and investors, making them highly desirable and, in some cases, incredibly valuable. The key to unlocking the value of this coin lies in its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. A 1988 P nickel in MS68 or MS69 grade, meaning it shows almost no wear or imperfections, can fetch a massive premium in the market. The higher the grade, the higher the price. It's not just about having the coin, it's about how well preserved it is. Coins in MS65 or MS66 condition might not hit the $1.7 million mark, but they can still sell for thousands, which is a huge jump from the coin's original value. Now, let's take a look at some real-life examples of these rare coins selling for such astronomical prices. In auctions and private sales, pristine 1988 P Monticello Jefferson nickels have sold for incredible amounts. At one of the top auction houses, a specimen was sold for nearly $1.7 million, leaving collectors and investors alike in awe. Of course, that kind of sale doesn't happen every day, but it goes to show how valuable these coins can be under the right circumstances. So, where can you find these rare nickels? Your best bet is to start with coin shops, online auctions, and rare coin dealers who specialize in high-end numismatic items. Be sure to check the condition of the coin, and remember, if you have a 1988 P nickel in mint condition, you might just be holding on to a small fortune. One thing to remember is that the 1988 P Monticello Jefferson nickel is often mixed in with other more common coins. So, you'll need to know exactly what to look for to identify the rare specimens. Inspect the details carefully for signs of wear, and look for any errors or varieties that might make the coin even more valuable. So, there you have it. The 1988 P Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel could be worth a whopping $1.7 million if you're lucky enough to own one in exceptional condition. As always, check your change, and if you find one of these rare beauties, make sure to have it professionally graded. Who knows? It could be the start of your own coin collection fortune. 1990p Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson Nickel Coin. This seemingly ordinary coin has made waves in the coin collecting world, and you won't believe the incredible value it can hold today. If you're a coin enthusiast or just curious about rare finds, stick around for all the details. Let's start by taking a quick look at the coin's history. The Monticello Jefferson nickel was first released in 1938 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Thomas Jefferson's birth. Designed by Felix Schlag, this nickel features a portrait of Jefferson on the obverse and an image of his estate, Monticello, on the reverse. Over the years, it has become a beloved symbol of American heritage, especially with its distinct features and historical significance. Now, the 1990 version is part of the ongoing series of Jefferson nickels, but what makes this coin so special and worth millions? Let's break it down. The 1990p Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel. The 1990p Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. At first glance, it may appear to be just another standard nickel, with its copper-nickel composition and classic design. However, due to some rare variations and minting errors, this coin has become a treasure for collectors. The discovery of the rare variation, the value of the 1990p nickel skyrocketed because of an incredibly rare error that occurred during its production. While most 1990p Monticello nickels are worth only face value or a bit more, certain coins feature a unique mistake in the minting process. These errors are often known as double dies, where the die strikes the coin multiple times, leading to overimpressions on the design. In the case of the 1990p Monticello Jefferson nickel, a variety of these errors were found, particularly with the Monticello building on the reverse. In some instances, there were noticeable doubling effects on the columns of the Monticello building. This error was not widespread, making it rare and incredibly valuable. How rarity and condition affect the value. As with any rare coin, condition plays a significant role in determining its value. A well-preserved 1990p Monticello Jefferson nickel with the doubling error can fetch a high price, especially if it's in mint state. For example, if the coin has been well kept and has minimal wear, collectors will pay top dollar for it. Now, here's where the magic happens. Some of these error coins, in perfect or near perfect condition, have been known to sell for prices well above what you might expect from a typical nickel. In fact, recent auction sales have seen these coins fetch prices in the range of $1.3 million. That's right, a nickel worth only 5 cents in everyday transactions could potentially be worth over $1 million. Why does this coin command such a high price? So, why exactly is the 1990p Monticello Jefferson nickel worth so much? It's a combination of rarity, the minting error, and the demand among collectors. The market for rare coins is driven by a deep appreciation for history, artistry, and the uniqueness of certain pieces. When an error like this occurs, only a limited number of coins are affected, making them highly sought after. Additionally, the collectors who specialize in this type of coin are often willing to pay top dollar to complete their collections, especially when it involves a rare and iconic piece like the 1990p nickel. How to spot a valuable 1990p Monticello Jefferson nickel. If you're out hunting for rare coins, how can you spot one of these valuable 1990p Monticello? The 1990p coin has the P Mint mark, indicating it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Look closely at the Monticello building. If you spot any doubling or noticeable overstriking, you may have an error coin. Coins in higher grades, like MS65 or above, will be worth much more. Pay attention to the wear and tear, as these coins need to be in near perfect condition to command the highest prices. The 1990p Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel is an incredible coin with a fascinating story. From its rich historical background to its unexpected rise in value due to minting errors, this nickel has become a goldmine for collectors. If you happen to find one of these rare error coins, you could be holding on to something worth up to $1.30 million. So, if you've got any old coins lying around, take a closer look. You never know what you might have in your collection. 1993p Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel coin. This specific coin has been making headlines due to its astounding market value, with some in the industry estimating it to be worth up to $1.9 million. You may be wondering, how could a coin worth just a few cents turn into such a valuable piece? Stick with me as we dive deep into its history, rarity, and why this coin is potentially worth a fortune. Before we get into the details, let's first understand the coin itself. The 1993 Jefferson nickel was minted at the Philadelphia Mint and is part of the iconic Jefferson nickel series. It features Thomas Jefferson's portrait on the obverse and the Monticello building on the reverse, which is a symbol of Jefferson's estate in Virginia. This coin is a part of the ongoing tradition that's been in circulation since the 1930s. But what makes the 1993 version special? The 1993 nickel was produced in large quantities, around 1.3 billion, so on the surface, it might seem like just another coin in circulation. But as any collector will tell you, not all coins are created equal, and sometimes, there are hidden gems that turn out to be incredibly valuable. You might be asking, why is this particular coin potentially worth so much when so many were produced? Well, there are a few reasons why the 1993 Monticello Jefferson nickel is so special. First off, the specific condition of the coin plays a significant role in its value. Coins in mint condition, or proof, quality can fetch a much higher price. The 1993 Monticello Jefferson nickel, when found in uncirculated or high-grade condition, could be worth much more than its face value. These coins were minted with a specific standard of craftsmanship, but not every coin left the mint in perfect shape. Coins that are well preserved, with minimal wear and no damage, are highly sought after. The biggest factor driving up the price of this coin is its potential for errors. Yes, error coins can be the most valuable in the entire market. In the case of the 1993 Monticello Jefferson nickel, certain variations or errors can increase its worth substantially. One of the most notable types of error that collectors are searching for in the 1993 nickel involves a misaligned die or double die, where the design is printed more than once, leading to a visible, doubling, effect on certain parts of the coin. These types of errors can create significant interest among buyers because they are extremely rare and give the coin unique characteristics that cannot be replicated. Another potential error with this coin involves the full steps version of the Monticello reverse. If the steps of the Monticello building are clearly visible and sharply defined, it's considered a full steps coin, which is a much rarer find. These full steps varieties are highly coveted by collectors, and if you happen to find one, it can significantly increase the coin's value. The 1993 Monticello Jefferson nickel with full steps could be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on its condition. The market for rare coins, especially error coins, is extremely dynamic. For example, a 1993 Jefferson nickel with an error or an uncirculated condition can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction, but there have been rumors of some fetching much higher amounts. There have been claims that some of these rare error coins have sold for as much as $1.9 million, though these are more extreme cases where multiple collectors bid up the price due to the coin's rarity and historical significance. Now, let's talk about how you can spot a valuable 1993 Monticello Jefferson nickel in your own collection. First, you'll want to look for the following. Look for coins that have minimal wear, a sharp strike, and no visible scratches or damage. The higher the grade, the higher the value. Examine the coin carefully for any noticeable errors. Look for a double die, where the design is repeated, or a misaligned die, where the design is printed off-center. These errors can make a huge difference in value. Check the reverse side for clear, sharp steps on the Monticello building. The more defined the steps, the more likely it is that your coin could be a valuable, full steps variety. Coins that have been well preserved in a safe environment, without being touched too much, will often retain their luster and sharp details. These are more likely to be worth more than those that show signs of heavy circulation. Coin collecting isn't just about finding rare coins for their potential to increase in value, it's also about the thrill of discovering history. Each coin tells a story, And rare era coins like the 1993 Monticello Jefferson nickel are fascinating examples of how human error and meticulous craftsmanship combine to create something that can transcend its original purpose. Whether you're new to the hobby or a seasoned collector, finding a coin like this is an exhilarating experience. In conclusion, while the 1993 Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel may seem like an ordinary coin to the untrained eye, it holds incredible potential for coin collectors, especially those who can find an error or high-grade version. If you happen to have one of these coins in your collection, or if you come across one in your pocket change, don't just pass it by. It could be worth a lot more than you think. With the right conditions and a little bit of luck, your 1993 nickel could be the key to unlocking a fortune, possibly even a $1.9 million payday. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss out on more amazing coin discoveries. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin or if you're currently on the hunt for something special. 1995 Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel. This seemingly ordinary coin has a surprising history and incredible value, with some of these nickels being worth up to $1.5 million. Let's break down what makes this coin so special, how to spot the valuable ones, and what the current market value is today. Overview of the 1995 Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel. The 1995 Monticello Jefferson nickel is a part of the iconic Jefferson nickel series, which was first minted in 1938. This particular coin features Thomas Jefferson on the obverse front and the famous Monticello home on the reverse back. But it's the 1995 version with the Mint mark, indicating it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, that stands out in the world of numismatics. At first glance, the 1995 nickel looks like a standard coin you'd find in circulation. However, this coin has unique characteristics that have made it a collector's dream. The combination of its historical significance, the design by Felix Schlag, and some rare production errors have turned this nickel into a treasure. The value factor. What makes it so valuable? You might be wondering, what makes the 1995 Monticello Jefferson nickel worth so much money? The answer lies in a few key factors. Some 1995 nickels were struck with significant errors, making them incredibly valuable. One of the most notable errors is the doubled die variety. These coins have a noticeable doubling in the design, which can be seen on Jefferson's hair or the Monticello building. These doubled dies are sought after by collectors, especially in high-grade conditions. Like any rare coin, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. Coins in mint state, or those with minimal wear, are much more valuable than those in average circulated condition. The 1995 Monticello nickel in pristine condition can fetch thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on the specific error or rarity. The market demand. Rare coins like these often appreciate in value due to demand from collectors. As collectors seek to complete their sets or find rare errors, the market value of certain coins rises. This has happened with the 1995 Monticello nickel, especially as more collectors are discovering the coin's worth. What is the market value today? Now, let's get to the good stuff. The current market value of the 1995 Monticello Jefferson nickel. Depending on the specific characteristics of the coin, it can be worth anywhere from a few dollars to a staggering $1.5 million. That's right, one coin can be valued at a jaw-dropping amount if it meets the following criteria. Coins with a double die or other minting errors in top condition have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and on rare occasions, even over $1 million. The record sale for a 1995 nickel is rumored to have reached $1.5 million, though this would likely be for a rare error coin in pristine condition. If you have a 1995 Monticello nickel that's graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services, you're sitting on a gold mine. High-grade nickels from this year are highly sought after, and many collectors are willing to pay big bucks for coins in top-tier condition. How to spot a valuable 1995 Monticello nickel. If you're lucky enough to have a 1995 Monticello Jefferson nickel, here's how you can identify if it's. Look for the mint mark. First, check for the Mint mark on the reverse side of the coin. This indicates it was minted in Philadelphia. Other nickels from the same year may have different mint marks, so the P is crucial. Check the coin closely for any noticeable doubling in the design, particularly on Jefferson's portrait or the Monticello building on the reverse. The doubling is a key error that makes the coin more valuable. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the overall condition of the coin. Is it in near perfect shape, or does it show heavy wear and tear? Higher grade coins with minimal scratches, nicks, or discoloration are worth much more. Getting your coin appraised. If you think you have a 1995 P Monticello Jefferson nickel that might be worth a significant amount, it's best to have it appraised by a professional. They can provide a more accurate value based on the coin's condition and any minting errors. A certified coin grading service like PCGS or NGC can help determine the coin's grade, which will play a big role in its overall value. The future of the 1995 P Monticello Jefferson nickel. As more collectors and investors take an interest in rare coins, the value of the 1995 P Monticello Jefferson nickel could continue to rise. If you're lucky enough to own one, it could be a wise investment for the future. Keep an eye on the market, and if you find one of these nickels in circulation, don't let it slip through your fingers without taking a closer look. That's all for today's deep dive into the 1995 P Monticello Jefferson nickel. Who knew that such a simple coin could hold such a massive value? If you come across a 1995 P nickel with any of the traits we discussed, you could be holding a potential gold mine worth up to $1.5 million. Always check your change. You never know what treasures you might find. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more coin tips and valuable discoveries. 1996 P Monticello Jefferson nickel and how this seemingly simple coin is making waves in the coin market, with some examples valued at an astonishing $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right. This humble nickel could be worth more than you ever imagined. Now, let's break down why the 1996 P Monticello Jefferson nickel has garnered so much attention and is commanding such a hefty price tag. The Monticello Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938 as part of a redesign of the 5-cent coin. The design features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, and on the reverse, you'll find Monticello, Jefferson's estate in Virginia, with its iconic dome prominently displayed. The 1996 P version of this coin, produced at the Philadelphia Mint, looks very much like other Jefferson nickels in appearance. But there's something incredibly special about a select few from this year. So, what makes the 1996 P Monticello Jefferson nickel so valuable? The answer lies in its rarity and a rare minting error that significantly impacts its worth. The key factor is a particular, doubled die variety, which is one of the most coveted and rare types of coin error. Doubled die occurs during the minting process when the die used to stamp the design on the coin is misaligned, causing certain features to appear more than once. In the case of the 1996 P Monticello Jefferson nickel, some of the coins were struck with a doubled die, which created additional details on the reverse, particularly around the Monticello building. This doubling effect on the coin is subtle but significant enough for collectors to notice. So, how rare is it? Well, not all 1996 P Monticello nickels feature this error, which makes them extremely scarce and highly sought after in the coin market. This type of error is what propels the coin's value to stratospheric levels. While most 1996 P Monticello nickels are worth only face value, those with the double die error have become highly prized by collectors, pushing their worth to upwards of $1.3 million in some cases. The specific value depends on the coin's condition, but some of these nickels have sold for prices most of us can hardly imagine. If you happen to have a 1996 P Monticello Jefferson nickel in your collection, it's crucial to examine it closely. Look for signs of the double die error, particularly on the Monticello building and the surrounding details. The more noticeable the doubling, the higher the potential value of the coin. Of course, coins in pristine, uncirculated condition are the most valuable, and they command the highest prices at auctions and sales. Now, it's important to note that not every 1996 P Monticello nickel is worth millions. The vast majority of these coins are still valued at face value or only slightly more than that, depending on their condition. But if you're lucky enough to find a coin with that rare doubling error, you could be holding a true hidden gem. If you're serious about coin collecting or you're looking to check your change for potential treasures, keep an eye out for the 1996 P Monticello Jefferson nickel. With its rarity and unique error, it could be a key piece in your collection or even an incredible investment. 1999 P Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel, a coin that could be worth far more than its face value. The 1999 Jefferson nickel, part of the popular series of coins featuring Thomas Jefferson, is not just any regular nickel. As many collectors know, certain years and mint marks in the coin world are more significant than others. So, what makes the 1999 P Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel so special? Well, if you have one of these in your collection, you might just be holding onto something that could be worth a lot more than you think, potentially even up to $1.70 million. Let's break this down step by step. First off, the 1999 Jefferson nickel was struck to commemorate the 200th anniversary of the birth of Thomas Jefferson, one of the founding fathers and the third president of the United States. The reverse of this coin features a depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's former home in Virginia, which has been part of the nickel's design since the 1930s. However, what sets apart the 1999 P Mint Mark version is the incredibly rare error that occurred during its minting process. In 1999, a handful of these nickels were struck with a significant error in the design, which has made them highly sought after by collectors. This error, known as the double die variety, occurs when the coin is struck twice by the die, causing a slight overlap in the design. When this error happens, it results in a dramatic doubling of the letters and numbers on the coin, most notably in the word Liberty and the date 1999 on the obverse side. But here's the kicker: the P Mint Mark variant of this error is especially rare, making it even more valuable. If you're lucky enough to have one of these rare coins in your collection, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Coins in this condition and error can fetch prices that are mind-blowing. Some of the highest sales for the 1999 P Monticello Jefferson nickel have reached up to $1.7 million. That's right, this relatively common nickel from the 1990s could potentially change your life if you find the right error version. So, how do you know if your 1999 P Monticello Jefferson nickel is one of these valuable coins? First, take a close look at the lettering and numbers on the coin. If you notice any kind of doubling, especially around the date and Liberty on the obverse, there's a good chance you might have an error coin on your hands. Next, check the condition of the coin. The higher the grade, the more valuable it can be. Coins that are in pristine, uncirculated condition with little to no wear are worth much more than those that have been worn down over time. This is because coin collectors are always looking for coins that look as close to brand new as possible. If you think you have a 1999 P Monticello Jefferson nickel with this rare error, it's worth getting it professionally graded. A coin grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, can evaluate its authenticity and assign it a grade, which will help determine its value on the market. Now, you might be wondering, how many of these rare error coins are out there? Well, that's part of the mystery. Since this error is so rare, only a small number of 1999 P Monticello Jefferson nickels with the double die variety have been discovered. The exact number is unknown, but that scarcity is what drives up the value of these coins. The fact that it could be worth $1.7 million only adds to the thrill of collecting rare coins like this one. To recap, the 1999 P Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel is a coin that has the potential to be worth a staggering $1.7 million, thanks to its rare double die error. If you have one of these in your collection or happen to come across one, don't just spend it. Take a close look, get it graded, and you might just have a rare gem on your hands. 2000 P Monticello Jefferson nickel. This coin has become a true collector's dream, with some specimens fetching an unbelievable market value of up to $1.9 million. Yes, you heard that right. If you have one of these in your collection, you might be sitting on a small fortune. Let's explore the story behind this rare coin and what makes it so valuable. The 2000p Monticello Jefferson nickel is part of the United States Mint's ongoing series of nickels featuring Thomas Jefferson. This particular coin, however, is especially important because it carries a unique historical design. It was issued as part of a series to celebrate the 200th anniversary of the birth of Thomas Jefferson, one of the founding fathers and the third President of the United States. The obverse of the 2000p Monticello Jefferson nickel features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, based on a likeness created by the artist John Reich. The reverse of the coin showcases Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home, which serves as a symbol of the values Jefferson cherished. The coin's design pays tribute to both Jefferson's legacy and the architectural marvel of Monticello. Now, you might be wondering, what makes the 2000p so special that it could command such an astronomical price in today's market? While the 2000p Monticello Jefferson nickel was originally minted in large quantities, a fascinating era occurred during its production that has made it one of the most coveted coins in the numismatic world. Most of the 2000p nickels are relatively common, with no particular distinguishing features. However, a small group of these coins, struck with an unintended mistake, has caught the attention of collectors and investors. The error that makes these coins so valuable is a unique die crack that was found on some of the coins. This flaw, which caused the die to chip during the minting process, resulted in a distinctive doubling of the letters on the reverse side of the coin. These doubled letters, especially the Monticello inscription, make the coin highly collectible. In numismatic terms, this error is known as a die crack or double die variety, which drastically increases the coin's value. Now, let's talk numbers. While most 2000p Monticello Jefferson nickels are worth just a few cents in regular circulation, the ones with the rare die crack or doubling error can sell for thousands, and in some cases, even millions of dollars. The highest known sale price for one of these coins is an incredible $1.9 million. This staggering price tag is due to a combination of factors: the rarity of the error, the coin's historical significance, and the ever-growing interest in rare coin collections. These coins are typically sold through auctions or private sales, where collectors from around the world compete for a chance to own one. The bidding wars often drive the price higher and higher, as buyers know that a coin like this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So, how can you tell if you have one of these valuable 2000p Monticello Jefferson nickels? First and foremost, you need to look closely at the reverse side of the coin. The doubled die or die crack will be most visible on the letters in the word Monticello. If you see any extra, slightly offset letters or unusual markings that appear to be doubled, you could be looking at a coin worth far more than its face value. Next, check the coin's condition. Like any collectible, the quality of the coin plays a crucial role in determining its worth. Coins in excellent condition, especially those with minimal wear, will fetch much higher prices than those with significant damage or scratches. For the highest value, coins with minimal circulation wear and strong error markings are what collectors seek. If you believe you have a 2000p Monticello Jefferson nickel with a rare die crack or doubled die, it's essential to get it professionally authenticated. Numismatic experts and grading services can verify the coin's authenticity and grade, which will directly impact its market value. Coins that are properly authenticated and graded by respected services, such as the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC), are far more likely to sell for a premium price. The 2000p Monticello Jefferson nickel is a perfect example of how small, seemingly insignificant details can make a world of difference in the world of coin collecting. What was once a regular nickel has now become a highly sought-after item thanks to its historical significance, rarity, and stunning error. As the world of numismatics continues to evolve, the demand for such rare and valuable coins will only increase, making it a great time to invest in this particular piece of American history. So, there you have it. The 2000p Monticello Jefferson nickel is more than just a simple coin. It's a rare treasure that could be worth up to $1.9 million if you happen to have one with a rare die crack or doubled die. If you've come across a 2000p nickel in your pocket change, take a closer look. You might just be holding onto a coin that could change your life. 2006 P Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson Nickel. This seemingly ordinary nickel has earned a reputation for being one of the most valuable coins in circulation today, with some examples reaching mind-blowing values of up to $1.2 million. You may wonder, how can a coin that only costs 5 cents be worth so much? Well, buckle up as we explore the incredible story of this rare find. To understand the value of this coin, let's first take a look at its design and production. The 2006 Jefferson nickel was part of a series honoring Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, and the completion of the westward expansion. This series features the iconic portrait of Jefferson on the obverse, designed by artist Felix Schlag. On the reverse, we see an image of Monticello, Jefferson's plantation in Virginia, also designed by Schlag. The coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which is denoted by the P mint mark on the reverse side. The Philadelphia Mint is known for producing a variety of coins, and this nickel was part of the regular circulation strike. But what makes this particular coin so special? The key to the value of the 2006 P Monticello Jefferson nickel lies in an incredible minting error that occurred during production. The coin was struck with a rare and almost undetectable die clash error. This error, which is a result of the dies that create the coin's design clashing together before the coin is struck, can sometimes create unique, one-of-a-kind variations. These errors are incredibly rare and extremely valuable. In the case of the 2006 P Jefferson nickel, a small number of these coins were minted with this error, making them highly sought after by collectors. The error itself is not immediately visible to the naked eye, but for seasoned numismatists, it stands out as a rare and valuable find. Coins with these types of minting errors are sometimes referred to as varieties in the numismatic world, and their value skyrockets due to their rarity. Now that we understand the rarity and error behind the coin, let's discuss its market value. A regular, circulated 2006 P Monticello Jefferson nickel in good condition typically has little value beyond its face value of 5 cents. However, if you happen to have one of the rare error coins, the value can increase exponentially. Some of the error coins have sold for as much as $1.2 million in auctions, depending on the severity of the error and the overall condition of the coin. These coins are in high demand among collectors, and the price continues to rise as more people become aware of their rarity. In fact, some of these coins have been spotted at prestigious auctions, where bidding wars drive the prices to astronomical levels. So, how can you tell if you have one of these rare error coins in your collection? The most important thing to look for is the die clash error. This error results in faint or distorted images on the coin, and it's often seen near Jefferson's portrait or around Monticello. While these errors are subtle, they are usually detectable by magnifying the coin or using a magnifying loupe to closely examine the surface. If you think you might have one of these valuable error coins, the next step is to have it professionally graded. A certified coin grading service can evaluate the condition of your coin and determine whether it's truly one of the rare error varieties that commands such a high price. A coin in excellent condition, graded MS65 or higher, will be worth far more than a heavily worn example. The 2006 P Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel is a prime example of how a small error during the minting process can turn an otherwise common coin into a collector's dream. While it's important to remember that most of these nickels are worth only 5 cents, if you're lucky enough to come across one with a rare die clash error, you could be sitting on a fortune worth over $1 million. As always, if you think you have a valuable coin, it's best to have it authenticated and appraised by a professional. And who knows, you could be the next lucky collector to find a hidden gem. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update.